I have to say, I really enjoyed the article. And that's why I really wanted you on, because I do think this is such an important topic. And the name of that article was Early Signs of Cognitive Decline and Resources to Improve Brain Function. Can you really quickly tell us, because you've done many articles like this for us. We love all of them. I think they always nail it and really give us better insight into the brain, this really complex thing that we know really so little about. But can you give us, what did the research on this article show you about cognitive decline?
Well, I think the thing that was kind of surprising is just how much it's not connected to aging, right? Like, I think when people think of cognitive decline, it immediately goes to like, oh, that's just what happens when you get old. And eventually it's going to happen to all of us. And if you live old and long enough, that you'll get to a state where your brain is just not working anymore. And that's not true at all. And then I also think too, that cognitive decline isn't always something that's chronic, that it can happen in a very acute state, such as brain fog. And then the other thing was how much we can do to really prevent cognitive decline or to kind of restore and come back from those states through our lifestyle and things that we have a lot of control over. I think when we think of brain health issues, it seems that it's out of our control. I hope it just doesn't happen to me, but we have immense control over the way that we age, the way that we function, the way that we heal. And all the research kind of pointed to that.
Yeah, one of the things I picked up is there are really kind of four main types of cognitive decline. It's not that you just lump it all together. Can you go into that and what you wrote about in the article there?
Sure. So the first one I kind of wrote about was brain fog. And it is basically what it sounds like, that feeling that your brain is foggy and slow, and that really basic cognitive functions like thinking and understanding, comprehending information just seems to be happening at a really subpar level. And that brain fog, while it's kind of categorized in as cognitive decline, often is a symptom of some other underlying issue that's going on. It's very much associated with chronic Lyme disease and MS, chronic fatigue syndrome, chronic stress, even iron deficiency, sleep disorders. And so I think when you experience brain fog, it's time to kind of look a little bit deeper and see like what's causing that, what's happening here. And then the next one is mild cognitive impairment. And that is kind of when the state of decline or impairment is a bit greater than you would expect for an individual's age or development. And while it doesn't typically stop people from performing everyday tasks or taking care of themselves, it does affect their lives, and it can affect things like social behavior or personality, or even just simple choices like eating habits. And then from there, we go to the one that I think most people associate with aging is dementia, which is not a normal part of aging. And the main difference between that one and mild cognitive impairment is that individuals with dementia often have a really difficult time or even a total inability to carry out everyday tasks. And then from there, we go into subjective cognitive decline. And this is a self-reported worsening or more frequent events of confusion or forgetfulness. And this one typically is a little bit more associated with the aging population. And I believe the statistic was around 11% of people 65 and over report subjective cognitive decline at various stages. But it also is one of the early signs of Alzheimer's disease.
Yeah.
So those are the four main ones that I came across. And I know that there's a bunch of other ones that maybe just don't have a specific name, and it's kind of more based on symptoms.